what's up? It's your boy Rawk. Let's trade secrets. Everybody has a hobby or pastime that they'd rather keep under wraps. They don't necessarily want anybody knowing about them because they're afraid they'll be made fun of. You can consider me everybody. My favourite hobby is mass genocide, with gaming being a close 17th. So when I found out that those two things had been combined into one easily digestible genre, I was intrigued. But here's a secret I thought I'd be taking to the grave. I also despise shapes. I suppose I could make an exception.
Oh man, I love trauma! Oh, Tetris. Everybody loves Tetris. Just ask your grandma. It's her third favorite game behind Candy Crush and Scrabble. Tetris was the game that made the world fall in love with the Nintendo Game Boy and Squares. And after the success of the game on Nintendo's Grey Brick, the developers behind it knew they had something special on their hands, so they made Tetris again. And again. And again, and again, and again, and again, and again.
And they couldn't just be content releasing 98 versions of Tetris. We needed 99.
Tetris 99, initially being revealed in a Nintendo Direct on February 13th, 2019, was shadow dropped onto the Nintendo eShop the very same day and revitalized the core Tetris formula with one single word. Multiplayer!
I usually prefer life in single player, but for Tetris? I'll make an exception.
Tetris 99 features not 2 players, not 3 players, not even 100 players, but 99 players all moving blocks at the same time because we have hobbies, not friends. Tetris 99 was jumping on the Battle Royale bandwagon, and to make itself stand out from the rest, it hopped on the trend 2 years late. That genre really started to blow up in 2017 and 2018, and while it was still pretty damn popular in 2019, I'd argue it had already hit its peak. One of two to be exact. Upon release, Tetris 99 was insanely popular, and the gameplay clearly resonated with people because even years after it came out, you can still find games within seconds. You compare this to something like Pac-Man 99. It's clear one of these guys had more staying power.
I was obsessed with this game when it first came out. I would play it all the time. But I haven't actually played it in the past year or so I'm excited to finally get back into it. I'm sure it'll be a blast. Alright. Let's do this. Alright, just gonna start nice and simple here. There we go. Boom! Cleared a line already. Nice. Let's see if we can keep that going. What the f***? I should have put that down the side, son of a bitch. I did it again, and I've blocked myself off. This is fantastic. This is all going according to, yep. Great! Well, that was an unexpected way to find out that degradation isn't my kink.
Kink, you say? I think I can help with that.
Even if you could, don't.
God, you're a bitch to get consent from.
'Tis the season.
Tis it?
'Tis.
So? I hear you're bad at games.
Not games, just game.
God, that's even more pathetic.
Yeah, imagine being such a bitch that you couldn't even commit to being a bitch.
Where do you guys keep coming from?
Windows, man! Windows!
Okay, I get it, but why?
Because a bitch in need is a bitch indeed.
Yeah, you need to stop accepting defeat, buckle down and get good enough at this game to make it your bitch.
Yeah, you guys are right. I'm better than this. I can become good at Tetris 99. And I will.
That's right. No rest, no sleep. Your life is Tetris now.
If it stops being fun, keep going. How do you expect to be good at something if you're having fun and enjoying your life? If you want to improve, you need to suffer for it.
How else are my experiences with this game gonna be validated? If people don't know how great I am, then what's the point in playing in the first place? Woo!
With a goal in sight, I began my training. And I realized very quickly that if I wanted to be good at the newest Tetris, I had to be good at the original. I picked out the game, blew off the cart, and forbid myself from feeling joy in my heart. I began my journey on the brick of 89, and as I continued to play round after round, hour after hour, I began to notice my slow but inspiring transformation. I was going from clearing one line at a time every so often to clearing 2 in a row, 3 in a row, and eventually, the elusive namesake of the game, the almighty 4-in-1 combo of lines, the Tetris. Every so often I'd play a round of Tetris 99 to see how well I could apply my skills, but to my dismay, my training was not one-to-one transferable. After all, the 99th Tetris should have at least some ways to set itself apart from the rest, and oh boy, does it ever. It became increasingly clear to me that training with the Game Boy original was not the most effective approach, so, reluctantly, I switched my focus to Tetris 99. But I couldn't just play online and hope for the best. I needed a way to hone my skills without the pressure of performing. Well, as luck would have it, Nintendo released a DLC pack for Tetris 99 on May 10th, 2019. The Big Block DLC pack, which added some offline modes, and the one that caught my attention the most was Marathon Mode, where you could play Tetris in single player.
Wow! It's like an actual damn Tetris game now.
So, I made myself comfortable in my chair and began my quest in Marathon Mode, where I was able to fully come to grips with what set Tetris 99 apart from its vomit green uncle. Tetris 99 has a lot of gameplay elements that became standard in more modern Tetris games, such as the ability to hold onto pieces instead of dropping them at an inconvenient time. You can only hold one piece at a time, but this adds an insane amount of strategy to the core Tetris gameplay here. You can either use this to save yourself from a poorly timed L piece, or you can hold onto a line piece until you have one or more Tetrises set up, allowing you to rack up insane amounts of points. Now, over the course of my training, I never got to a level of skill required to perform a T-spin or anything, because quite frankly, I'm still trying to comprehend what one of those is. But I did begin to feel ready to go online. I was not ready to go online.
So what the f*** do I do now?
I was so sure I was ready to make the jump from 1 player to 99 players, but that just wasn't the case. I was just about ready to give up, but then I took another look at the contents of the DLC I spent £10 on, and I spotted something I hadn't before. Along with Marathon Mode, this update also offered CPU battles, meaning I could test my skills against CPUs of different levels, meaning I could gradually work my way up to being ready for online play. Jumping into a CPU battle at a low level quickly made me realize something critical. The CPUs were rarely targeting me. See, in order for Tetris to work in the Battle Royale format, we have the introduction of the targeting system, which allows you to target one or more players and send your cleared lines to their board in order to get them closer to the top of the board, and closer to perishing. You can select a specific player to target, or you can target by most KOs, the most badges, which you earn throughout the game by doing certain things, target the players who are targeting you, or completely by random. And this is when it hit me. My ability to be completely shit at this game didn't come from my lack of Tetris skills. It came from other people's anti-lack of Tetris skills. The targeting in this game can be absolutely ridiculous. Some games it's fine and manageable, and other games you either have 102 of the 99 players targeting you, or only one person targeting you, but they send 14 lines your way every 0.3 seconds.
So it isn't the Tetris that's the problem. It's the 99. So, it's not about being the world's best Tetris player and sending as many lines as possible to other players. It's about being able to think on the fly and deal with other people's lines as effectively as possible. I don't need to do anything flashy. I just need to be able to deal with these obstacles as they come. Preventative measures will benefit me, but my ability to deal with things on the fly is what will ultimately end up being my greatest strength, or the reason for my downfall. Okay. I'm ready for this. I've trained for this. All of the energy that I've put into this game over the past several minutes is about to pay off. It's time to win
a Tetris 99!
Well, if my time with this game has taught me anything, it's that there's no easy out here. Actually, I can think of one. It's a long shot, but I might as well try it. Sonic Forces is bullshit! Worth it.